Good morning, YouTube world, and welcome back to Farming with Faith channel. As you can see, the sun is actually shining today. I don't know if you can see that or not. The sun is actually shining today, and we have went from raining to snow flurries. Dad always said if you don't like the weather here in Kentucky, stick around a couple hours, it'll change. So to clear up a couple questions from the other day's walk around videos, I was checking to see if the soil was comparable in the upper part of that farm, to see if it was comparable to the bottom ground I had been used to planting, and it was. They were wanting to rent me the other 20 acres, and it was so wet that I ended up just walking across the farm. And once we made the deal on renting the whole entire 30-acre farm, however you want to say it, we will be going back down there with a side-by-side and my handy-dandy soil tester to soil test it, and did better soil test. And we will be soil testing also the ground here at the home place. Anyway, yes, I was using my great grandpa's soil tester. It is a tried and true soil tester. I have been using it since I was big enough, I don't want to say old enough, but big enough to pull the soil tester up out of the ground. Well, once you pull it up out, put it into the ground, it's hard to pull back up. So anyway, a neat story about Sid Cheney. Sid Cheney was the type of guy who, if he needed to build a barn, if he needed to build a barn, if he needed to, whatever he needed to do, he done. He actually built the milk barn. This used to be a dairy here at the home place. He actually built a milk barn right beside where my grain bin is standing now. And he actually helped them lay the brick on the old library over here at McKinney Elementary School. And him and my great grandmother actually owned and ran the general store here in McKinney for years. He could do anything he wanted to, and he could build anything he wanted to. Actually, when his son, which would have been my grandpa, and my grandmother went to get married, Sid said, I'll build you a house. Well, he did. He built them a house for them to move into once they got married. And they got married in 1953. And he built the house. And my great-grandmother, Sid's wife, said, you done so well building that one. So why don't you build me one? I want you to build me one. Build us one. So he did. So to this day, both of those houses are still standing, and they are as solid as they was when he built them. And yes, Sid Cheney is the one who bought the farm, the home place here, back in 1947. He farmed it. My grandpa Harold Glenn farmed it. My dad farmed it, Bruce Cheney. He farmed it, and now I'm farming it. And hopefully, our son will follow into the footsteps and be fifth generation to farm it. I know that's something you don't hear much of anymore. But anyway, that's a legacy, I guess you can say, that I'm proud of. So to clear up something else on the walk around question of what I said the other day, my wife works a full-time job, but I don't work a full-time public job right now. I worked at Lake Terminal Livestock Market in Somerset, but due to budget cuts, I was let go. Well, but I know the Lord will provide, and so when I say I don't work full time, I don't work a full time public job. I guess you could say. I farm full time, and I am in the process of starting Cheney Farms excavating business. I do have a couple pieces of equipment, and I do have a livestock trailer. I know that don't have nothing to do with excavation, but I do. Cheney Farms Excavation and Holland Service, I guess. I do offer livestock transportation, and I'm pretty good at it. Really good at it, actually. But I do offer excavation. No job is too big. I don't know if you can see that or not. That's a nice little flyer my wife made for me. So yeah, I am excited about that, and I am working on building clientele to get this up and running, and how you say to because what better therapy than to go out and push dirt, so I've been yammering on here for about 7 minutes, so I'm gonna leave you with words of encouragement. K-Love. David wrote in Psalms 37:25 that I was young and now I'm old, yet I have never seen the righteous forsaken or their children begging bread. So I know the Lord will provide. So with that being said, you all have a blessed day, and God bless. Thank you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Well, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.